do you actually need coaching? So today I just wanted to express my thoughts on this and how it's changed my life and how it could possibly change yours. So when I first had one-on-one coaching, I had it with someone from the ICF, and I hated it. That's probably not what you were expecting, were you? Because they're coached in a way where they just ask questions, and I've got to be honest, it just really did me up the wall. Because, so let's imagine this. This would be the conversation. I'm feeling really overwhelmed in my life, and I'm not really sure what to do. Okay? That's what I'd say. And then the coach would be like, what do you think you should do? I'm not sure, I'm really feeling overwhelmed. And the coach would go, okay, so what do you think you could do if you weren't feeling overwhelmed? I'd say, I'm not sure. What do you think? And I'd ask him a question. And then he actually answered like this. If you were me right now, what would you say? Because they're trained to just ask questions. What a pile of poopy doopy crap. No. Poopy doopy crap. That's a new one. That's a quote. There we are. Anyway, that wasn't a good experience. Then I've worked with people from the sort of Tony Robbins environment, strategic intervention coaching. Pretty good. I still found them useful. I found one of the guys, one of the trainers has been incredibly helpful. And the one-on-ones that we have were helpful because he would challenge me and my patterns, and I found that helpful. And there was a lady that I worked with and she was showing me my blind spots, and I'll share some of them with you. I'm a content creation king. I create content like there's no tomorrow. However, I don't market very well. So one of the things that she noticed is that I spend a lot of time creating, but not much time marketing and selling. So that was a very, very powerful distinction for me to be aware of. Another one was when I was working with a counselor, and he was making me aware of the relationships that I have with my family. So my mum, my dad, how I dived into being the man of the house as opposed to allowing myself to be a child, allowing myself to grow up because I took on too much responsibility. And there's pros and cons to that. Now, that was great for a time, but then I felt like I was diving into a rabbit hole. So the reason that I'm saying these pros and cons, because I just want you to be aware of my experience and how it's happened, as well as what coaching could do for you and how it could help you. Other ways that I think coaching has been very helpful for me is for very specific things. So for example, I had one-on-one coaching when I wanted to lose weight. Brilliant. I went with the guy, Mario Atomic. We worked together for 6 months. Brilliant. Got my result. I think that was fantastic because I knew the result that I wanted. I worked with a business coach. It's funny. When I was about to say they weren't very good. Now, I stopped myself because I think it's important to know that within the coaching field, right, people can show you where to go, but if you don't do it, then you have to take responsibility for that. The reason that I was going to say that to begin with is because I felt that that person didn't know me very well and was asking the same types of questions and didn't actually really care about where I was going. I think caring is the most important thing, actually. When someone cares about you during coaching, then stick with them because they're actually going to help you get the result. Whatever you do, do not, this is important, do not go with someone that charges, I charge £60 an hour and you go over there charging more, or they say cut off. I hate that more than anything. I personally think that's ridiculous. Can you just imagine this? And I've had a very, very close friend of mine go get counselling. She's crying. At the end of the 60 minutes, the person goes, I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. I have another client now. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. I think that is just crazy. Can you imagine, what are you focusing on right then as a person that cares about someone else? Obviously, you want to be able to manage their state, but if they're not doing well, you can't. That's really not for me. So, wow, I really feel that. Do I need coaching? I'm really not sharing this very well, am I? You need to find the right person that really cares about what you're doing. There's a lot of people out there that don't. There are people that do care and are very good. Now, let me tell you some of the benefits that I think that you could get. So let me do something for you. Raise your hand, okay, as high as you can. Okay, now raise it higher. Okay, now raise it even higher. Higher. If you did that with me, or if you just stood there looking like this, right? If you see most of us, when we reach as high as we can, we don't reach as high as we actually can. There's more that we can give. And coaching allows to have someone to push you beyond your boundaries. You go out of your comfort zone, and that's where the growth is. So really, when I dive into coaching, it's thinking about, do you want an average life or do you want a spectacular life? Because anyone that is the best in their field will get coaching, 100%. If you look at the best basketball players of all time, they all had coaching. They've had 4 or 5 coaches at the same time. I continually have coaching. Why? Because I continually want to improve. Because the more I invest in myself, the more everything else in my life gets better as a result. So what I'd like for you to think about from this video is think about, is this something that I want to explore? If so, who do I want to explore it with? I've trained a bunch of fulfillment artists, so trained to do what I do. Drop me a message. I'm happy to connect you. You guys have a free session. It's fine. Because I think it's important to understand what it's like before you dive into something like that. So with that said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I realize it's been a little bit just off the whim, but I think sometimes it's nice to have an authentic point of view and just share the reality of things. So with that said, I'll speak to you guys very soon.